let's go through the Mac instructions first. And again, this is what's worked well for me and my customers. I know sharing the link, if you have a Microsoft account, has worked well. It gives you permissions to save and a copy of the OneNote Hub, but it hasn't worked super consistently. So this is what I found the best way so far for a few users. So I attach the file. It's a zip file. All you have to do is click on this download button. When you do that, you follow the instructions. So you would download the zip file to your computer. When you click the above link, you should be taken to a screen that looks something like this. So it's like all you have to do is click the file download, or just this download icon. So let me just show you because I think I can actually still do this. I have a PC, so full transparency. That's why it's a little bit different for me. I never anticipated so many people who have Macs be using Microsoft products, but I'm learning so much. So that's really cool. So all you have to do is file, download, or just download right here. So let's go back so I can show you the instructions. So I include screenshots along the way so you can follow along. Then something that's unique to Mac is the Unarchiver app. I assume this is pretty common. You need something to be able to unzip the file, and it should give you individual .1 files. So these are just smaller section files for OneNote. So I did link the Unarchiver app if you still need it. I assume this is pretty typical. It seems like something that most Mac users would have, but you need just anything that you can help you unzip a file. On a PC, it's just like right click unzip. So it's something that I was unaware of the differences for Mac. So make sure you know how to do that. So again, once you unzip the file, you'll get a folder that looks like this, and it's going to have all the different sections for OneNote in these .1 files. And the reason we had to do it this way is because the original template that I have on a PC makes a different file type called a .1 package or OneNote package. I'll show you when I do the PC section. That is not compatible with Mac, so we have to turn it into a .1 file. Then here's a screenshot of how to import files using what's called a backup function. Your OneNote should have a built-in backup function, and you can use it to restore and also import other local .1 files. So you can follow these steps. Basically, what you're going to want to do is make sure you have OneNote open on your desktop in the app. You want to create a new notebook following this backup process. And then in step 7, this is how you're going to copy each of the .1 section files from the open section into the new notebook. So I hope this makes sense. One of my customers found this on Reddit and it worked really well for her. So thank you so much for finding this. I really appreciate you. And I think as long as you can get it to this .1 section, you should be able to import these files. So after you import all the notebook sections, and the links that I've attached within them should all be present and functional. And this is the way you want to set up your notebook. So if you need to know the order, this is the way that I've set it up for you. Of course, it's customizable. You can make it any order that you want. It's totally up to you. So that is a high-level overview of how things work for importing a OneNote into a Mac. And the reason why your Mac is not importing automatically easily importing that OneNote file is because it is not compatible with a one package or one PKG file that is commonly used on OneNote for PC users.